So hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is V. For today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am giving you my update on what I'm going to do in regards to Harvard, and I guess you can tell from what I'm wearing, what I'm doing. So before you say anything, like, I know, okay, let me tell you, the comments on the last video when I was like, guys, I don't know what to do, like, give me your advice and your tips, I kid you not, I think there were over like 3,000 comments on that video, or maybe 2,500. Regardless, it was a lot of people, and they were split down the middle, like, as in everybody was saying something different. I'd read a comment about like why I should do it online and like how it's an amazing opportunity, grab it now. Then the next comment is like, no V, you've got to take the full in-person experience. Then the next comment is do it online next. Everybody was divided, and I put it on my Instagram. Straight divide. Like, me and my mom are quite sad in the fact that we read every single comment, like we go through all the comments. I don't reply to everything, but I do see everything, and it was genuinely like split, it was divided, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So you guys were just as confused as I was, and then I also read a lot of comments about other people being in the same predicament and how their universities are going online, and there's just been so much in the air, and so many of my friends who are doing masters had to make the same decision. So what I realized after putting that video out was it just wasn't me, like it wasn't just me, like everyone else in the world obviously is going through it, and that was really comforting. And also seeing that everyone else was confused was comforting, because I was like, is there a clear answer and I'm just silly and I can't see it? But everyone else was feeling just as conflicted. But obviously the deadline did come around and I did have to make a decision, and I made a decision quite a while ago, but I wanted to sit with it, let it marinate before I tell you guys, because I know myself, like, it would have put me in a, not a bad mood, but it would have made me feel like anxious if I'd announced what I'd done and then you guys are like, why did you do that? So I just thought, V, you gotta trust your decision, do it, let it marinate, and then tell them. And I think you guys know that from this channel, that I often do things and then tell you later, just because I like to make sure I'm assertive and in control and like completely happy with my decision before I share it. That way, no matter what anyone says, I'm kind of like confident in what I've done, you know. So without further ado, I was so nervous, I don't know why. I know you already know, I'm wearing a Harvard jumper, like what do you think's happened, right? But without further ado, I'd love to announce that I have accepted my offer from Harvard and I'm going ahead with it online. Woo, woo. Or maybe it's boo, boo, I don't know, I can't hear you guys. This was a difficult decision, and I think I spoke to Jade actually, and we were going back and forth, and she was like, V, like, what's your gut telling you? And I was like, every day my gut is telling me something different. One day it says reapply, the next day it says do it online. Like, I was genuinely 50-50. Obviously, I think when I made my first video with the Harvard update, I was more going to reapply, but then now obviously I am definitely doing it online because I've accepted it, and like I'm starting to enroll into classes, and I'm so happy. Like, a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I'm so excited. But let me give you the full breakdown, because obviously you guys are probably wondering, why did she say yes and what's going on? So let's start with the fee, because that was the biggest thing in the comments last time. Everyone was like, if it's the same price, it's a straight no, I'm not doing it. Why would you take that? That's a rip-off. And I agree, like 100%. And that was a big deciding factor in why I ended up doing it online, is because the fee has changed for me, not for everyone. I don't know what everyone's situations are, but I've been granted the aid program, or like the, it's not a scholarship, let's just call it a scholarship for now, but it's not, I promise you it's not, but we're gonna call it that just for the sake of this video, so it's easier to like make sense of it. But I've been given a scholarship by Harvard. It's not a scholarship, it's just money from Harvard, and it's a lot of money. It knocks off a lot of the price, and yeah, I was like, okay, great, like that works for me. And I've also applied for a scholarship that I'm really hoping I get, and it's not looking great because I applied really last minute, because obviously I was panicking and things. But if I do get that, that knocks off a large chunk, and it leaves our grand total, like, it's gone down so much, it's gone down a lot. So technically it's no longer the same price. And also Harvard did email, I think last night or the night before, just letting us know that they've created a COVID fund and also another fund just to help students, because they also understand that our situations have drastically changed since the pandemic, and a lot of the money that we'd saved for our degrees is obviously gone. So there's going to be some extra aid that we can apply for, and I'm going to apply for that as well. So the price is basically going down a lot, and at this point the program costs the same as like a master's in the UK. So like it makes sense for me anyway. Financially it makes sense. So that was the biggest thing. It's not the same price anymore. It's no longer at $51,000. It has gone down drastically. And then the next thing is, I really just love the degree that I'm going to be studying, and the more that I read about it, the more that I fell in love, and I just didn't want to reapply next year for a different degree. I know that it would have elements that are the same, but it would be a different degree, and I just didn't want to do that. And also another thing is, I don't want a gap year. Like, I didn't want one, hence why I made sure I applied during my final year of Oxford, because I really wanted to do undergrad and then straight into post. So I didn't really want a gap year. I was going to take one if I had to, obviously, if I didn't get in, but I preferred to not have a gap year. Like, the thing that I want to do after my master's at Harvard, which I'll make a whole video on, but I really want to do that thing, and it's like it's what I've always wanted to do, but I just never knew how to put it into words. And my master's is going to like be a big door opener for that. So for me, it's just like get the education done, boom boom, and then go into like the world of work and like doing what I love, which is a lot of what I already do, but this is obviously a job. I just don't want to talk about it yet, so let's move on from that. But just know that obviously doing my master's in international education policy at Harvard University, it's perfect. And if I reapply next year, I'd essentially be applying for something else, and I just love this degree. So yeah, that's the other thing. Then the next thing is, it's essentially kind of a hybrid course now, in terms of the moment that the World Health Organization says that I can fly to the States, I'm going. And also I was talking to the dean, and she was saying that in the summer they want to create a summer course for my cohort, because obviously Harvard feel bad for the fact that we are missing out on the in-person experience. No one wanted this, nobody did, not Harvard, not me, no one. The pandemic happened, right? So they're obviously trying to carry on with life, but it sucks, it's gone online. I didn't want that, but now that it's here, you know, but they're gonna try and plan, they are planning, not that they're gonna try, they are planning a summer course for us to do, so that we can just have that in-person experience after our degree is done as well. And also they're trying to get us down to campus in like the next semester. Is it called spring? Yeah, the spring semester. They're trying to like get us down there for commencement and other things like that. So yeah, she was just talking to me and saying how they are on the same page as us in terms of wanting us there just as much as we want to be there. So, and also me and my friends, there's so much to share, oh my god. And me and my friends who are in my cohort, we've decided that if literally the moment that the world opens back up and we're allowed to fly, we're going to rent a house near campus, go get our library cards and things activated, and then essentially be like online students but in person. So I'm just excited, okay? Like, no matter what's gonna happen, right now I'm happy with my decision. I feel like a weight is lifted off my shoulders. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I just wanna like get learning, and I've also missed learning, which is weird, and I just want to do it, you know. I didn't want a gap year, I just want to do it now. And also my teacher from Oxford was talking to them, and they were like, V, like, you just gotta grab life and opportunities as they are presented, and you can't like bank on what ifs. Like, what if I do take a gap year and then try to reapply, and then something else happens, like to do with the world and health, and then I'll take another gap year? Then am I just gonna keep on taking gap years? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, in terms of, I love the idea of a gap year, but not during Corona. Like, I would, if I was going to take a gap year, it needs to be a real, like, I'm going traveling, I'm doing it all. So my gap year would just be me at home just doing nothing, and I've been doing nothing for the past month, and it's not easy to do nothing. So yeah, this is just me rambling and like, this doesn't make sense, I know it, but try to follow me here. I'm just excited, I just want to get it out and just tell you guys, and this is This is why. These are the reasons why. Overall, I weighed everything up, and for my circumstance, my situation, and how I want the next few years to play out, doing it online now makes sense. And then eventually getting myself down to campus, and like even traveling America in the summer next year, like just, it's fine. Like I'm okay. I know that you guys felt very upset for me in terms of I'll be losing out on the in-person experience, and like, and I get that, I really do get it, but also like I just want to do it now. So I'm going to be staying at home, or maybe in London, I'm not yet sure, while I'm doing the first semester online. And then in January we'll have another catch up, and I'll tell you what's happening then, because things will be changing. So the first semester is 110% online, and then I'll let you guys know what's happening in January, and then what's happening with the summer course in the summer. And just, guys, I'm excited. I'm not worried. Like I'm not gonna not grab a hold of the opportunities that are in front of me just because I'm afraid, and I'm following my gut here. And I might be wrong, I might end up being wrong and come back to you guys and be like, oh my god, I hate it, online is the worst, I hate it. But so far, the introductions and things that we've had, and the way that like it's been happening so far, I'm comfortable with it, I'm happy with it, and like I'm just excited to see what the future holds. So let's end the video now, because I just feel like I'm just rambling and just talking. But that's it, your girl is officially starting Harvard in August. Really excited, and I hope you guys can respect my decision and can just support me with it. And I know that like I said, 50% of you are probably going to be real disappointed in my decision, and I get it, and I was scared to share because I just didn't want to like disappoint anyone. But it's also my life, you know, and I've got to make sure I live it how I want to. And life is so short. I don't want to live with any regrets, you know, and I don't want to not do anything just because I'm waiting. I want to live now, in the moment now, so that if tomorrow is my last day, like I'm happy with everything that's happened, you know. So yeah. And when I was doing the foundation year as well, I had a lot of people telling me not to, because they were like, you're gonna waste time, you could have just gone to Exeter and finished it by now, like why would you take an extra year, da 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 da. And like I followed my gut at that time, even though I was conflicted, and I did it, and it was the best thing that I ever did. So I think right now this might seem like a bad decision, but I feel like I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god, I am the queen of over explaining, as you guys know on my channel. I'm sorry about that, but I just want to make sure you guys really understand where my train of thoughts were. And yeah, I'm happy, and we'll see what happens. If I come back regretting this in a few months, take me back, please. Don't tell me we told you so. Just take me back and love me like you would a sibling, you know. Anyway, I am gonna go for dinner with a friend. I don't know if we're celebrating this because I already got into Harvard. I just accepted that I'm doing it online, but anyway, I digress. Have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you guys are happy with me. I don't know. You're allowed to be disappointed if you want, but I'm gonna go. Bye guys, love you, bye.